could be a someone. All you had to do was work these last few years. You could be a millionaire. You could retire. You could save your mother from being coarsened in the labor market. You could prolong the life of your loved ones with medical care. You could literally keep your parents alive longer, and you still didn't try. You still couldn't be motivated.
Everybody always says, if you tried your best, that's all that matters. The best is all you can do. If you tried your best, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you lose if you tried your best. But there is a secret to the universe that most don't know. If you actually try your best, you can't lose. Not pretend to try your best. Not try your best 90% of the time. Not try your best with excuses. If you genuinely try your best all of the time, all day, every day, it is impossible to fail in this life. God is watching and he rewards those who want it the most. If you want it the most, you can have it. It's a competition. Every dollar you want, the house you want, the car you want, other people want. You have to win. You have to want it the most and genuinely do your best, because most people aren't capable of doing their best anymore. To get up every day, whether they feel like it or not, and perform regardless. That is the secret. You cannot fail if you try your best. So if you don't have the car you want, the relationship you want, the friends you want, the house you want, you haven't been trying your best. Because I guarantee you, the second you do, you'll have all of it.
If you want to be an honest person or a good person, the most important things you can actually do with your day is train, work hard, make money, achieve things, love those you love, because so much of the world is garbage. Isn't that beautiful? The simplicity of it. Isn't that enough to give you some peace, some grounding in the chaos?
What the fuck are you doing with your time and your life? I don't understand how you do not have a fire in your mind that is compelling you to conquer Earth, and you're not doing anything with it.
You want to go drinking? You want to party? You want to laugh? You want to be a bunch of clowns and achieve very little? Because when times are going well, when everything is perfect, that's when you enjoy the hedonistic side of life. You don't grow as a person. Often you don't achieve so much. You're only achieving and growing as a person during the most difficult times in your life. Look around yourself. Look at the room you're in now. Look at the car you drive. Look at all of it. Say, am I happy with this? Do I want something else? Do I want more? How do I get what they have? They are two brothers from the bottom who were broke with nothing, who have everything now. How did they do it? How do I do it? I'm showing you these videos to fucking motivate you and explain to you there is an entire version of reality that you've yet to crack. If I knew I was gonna wake up broke, I wouldn't go to sleep. I don't wanna wake up broke, ever. So if I feel like closing my eyes and having a little bit of rest is gonna lead to me waking up broke, I ain't closing my eyes. Money must be made.
Gentlemen, if you make sure that your actions, your intention, your will, and your thoughts is true, the world is absolutely and utterly open for your complete conquest. It is easy to become rich. It's easy to have any car you want, go anywhere you want. Nobody's going to mess with you. You are going to become ultimately powerful.
I have been telling you, I have been repeating for the last 3 years how important it is that you make some money, dedicate yourself. I have been saying it every single day for 3 years. And I've been saying it because the outcome was always certain in my mind. And even though none of you disagreed with me, you didn't argue with me, you knew that my opinion on the future was correct, you still didn't bother to work and get money. You knew your money would amplify. Do you understand the cowardice and laziness which plagues your blood? If you understand that the money you make today, you can double it in a few short months, and you still don't fucking try. I was reminded of all of the people on the side of the cliff who simply refused to fucking climb. Refused to try. But no matter how hard I screamed down the side of the mountain, climb, do this, put your foot there, don't do that, you'll slip and fall, climb, it's great up here, you can make it. You just don't seem to want to fucking try. If there is a guaranteed chance to double all of the extra money you make and you still don't try, what more can I say within the confines of human language that will motivate you?
Oh yeah, she left you to be by herself. She left you to sit at home alone and watch TV. Yeah, 100%. 100% that's why she left you, G. She left you because she just really wanted to sit at home by herself, not to run around with some other dude. You're totally right. She's a good person. She's different than all the rest. Completely agree. She ain't fucking nobody. Don't worry, you can sleep just fine at night. Maybe you should text her when you're lonely. Send her a text. She might text back this time. She's definitely not with some dude. You know all those other times she didn't reply? She was tired. She was asleep. Don't worry about it. This time she might text back. Miss you too. Wish we could have worked out. There's not some dude like me sitting next to her laughing at your messages.
Nobody is motivated at 4 in the morning. Nobody. But some people are up anyway. You're praying for an easy way out. I don't fucking want one. Because if there is an easy way out, yeah, I'll win. But other people will win who I don't think deserve to win. Luckily, in my experience on this earth, the universe has never, I've ever seen, ever give an easy way out to anybody. You could be rich for the rest of your fucking life if you had just tried for the last 2 years. The time's already gone. The time's been spent. You can't even tell me what you did with it. You didn't work. You didn't get rich. Cool. What did you do the last 2 years? Well, I was trying. Clearly fucking not. This outcome was certain. You knew it. I knew it. And you still just laid in bed at night after an average day of meager efforts and slept like a fucking baby. You went to bed broke and slept like a fucking baby. Don't you want revenge on the people who didn't believe in you? Don't you want revenge on your enemies? Don't you want revenge on everybody who abandoned you? Don't you want them to finally feel the sting of regret? Don't you want them to come across your Instagram profile after a few short years, see the life you're living and the man you've become, and to fucking hate themselves? That's winning!
And I was walking with 3 of my friends in a Ferrari. Pull up at the lights. I said to my friends, I was like, bro, how do we get Ferraris? And he's like, what do you mean? We can barely afford food. He has 200 grand for a car. Something is broken. None of the teachers at school have Ferraris. No one else I know has a Ferrari. What do we have to do to find the money? This is all a lie. I want a Ferrari. And my friends were like, don't know. That's why I have Ferraris and they don't. Because I was envious. Most people don't care.
It is go time. Today is go time. Right now is go time. You either go now or you lose. There's absolutely no other time for you to go but now. You wasted the whole day, did nothing. Now you can finally take some action and get something done.
Whenever somebody gives you their opinion on anything, listen to the opinion and then stop and look at who told it to you. Because you never want to adopt the thinking of somebody who you don't want to be. Because their thinking made them. If you have a duty to your bloodline and a duty to your ancestors and you truly love your parents, how can you still be sitting at home playing video games being a lazy piece of shit? Don't you want people to remember them? Don't you want people to think, wow, who's this person who raised this amazing person? That, in and of itself, should be endless motivation. If you love your parents, you can't be a loser anymore.
You know, for everybody at home, it's okay to lose, but it's not okay to live with a what if. I can sleep knowing I lost. I couldn't sleep watching all the Misfits lights thinking I could have done it and not try. I can't live that way. I'm not a what if guy. My life is going to be a tale of all the times I tried and succeeded and tried and failed. There's not going to be a single what if hanging over my head on my deathbed. And I just encourage everyone at home to do the exact same thing. If you're wondering about something or you're not sure about something, fucking go. Because you can live with the loss, you can't live with the what if.
When I see people in a crowd at a festival, jumping up and down, screaming, because a song they've heard 10,000 times before is now being played through a bad quality sound system, I sit and I think, I didn't act that way when I made $11 million in a single lunch. I didn't act that way when I had $200 million in the bank. I've never been that happy in my life with all of my amazing achievements, and you're screaming for a fucking song?
Then I looked up how much a Ferrari cost, 210,000 pounds. And I said to my brother, I was like, there are people with 210,000 pounds for a car. And he's like, yes, so? I'm like, no, so. How? If I worked my job for 6 years and saved every penny, if I walked to work and didn't eat, I couldn't buy this car. How are people doing this? I couldn't sleep at night when I was broke. I knew that everything was a lie. I knew I had to find a way out. I was sitting there going, I refuse to live my human years and be some second-class citizen when there's people out here who get to do whatever the fuck they want. And I was so uncomfortable that it gave me the motivation I needed to escape.
Think about this if you're watching this at home. Think about this. Why do the people in charge of the world want you to know anything? Who are you? Get over yourself for a second. They don't want you to know anything. They want you to believe things. And they want you to believe the things that suit their agenda. They don't want to educate you ever. Have to become rich. You need money. We unfortunately live in a world where money is super important. Everyone will be happier when you become a man of capability and you become the man that God wants you to be. And you're in the right place to do exactly that.
Gentlemen, you've wasted this year under this favorable administration. You've achieved next to fucking nothing, and it's about time that changed. For the first time in your life, be first. Take action, and perhaps you stand a chance of winning.
And I see people at a bus stop, and I'm at the traffic light. I'm like, it's freezing, and it's raining, and it's nighttime, and you can't afford an Uber. Because the worst thing about the bus isn't the bus, it's the time you wait for the bus. Time is money. You're gonna stand there for 45 minutes in the freezing cold and waste your time to save a couple dollars on an Uber, and you don't feel panic to get rich? If that won't motivate you, I don't know what will.
I believe in you because you're watching me, which means your mind is susceptible to my lessons. And every single person who is tuning in right now, I believe has the potential to be extremely important and extremely wealthy.